about to slide for real. I got no time for real. Instead of you smoking on who? Smoking on Kyle, these niggas gon' die for real.
I really be packing the mail. You know that I'm back with the cell. We took his narcotic, we got some more product, we packaged it back in the smell. You know he a rat, he gon' tell. We sending them stretched in the mail. Sending a pack to the mail, just so I get this shit back to the mail. I spin on your block and I flooded. Had to pick up the dutter, that be my gun, cause it stutter. You know that I'm gutter. Had to pick up my brother, we used to pick on each other. You know that I love him. Had to look at his mother, couldn't do nothing but hug her. You niggas done it, lean, he so cut it. Nigga done thought it was butter, her lethal they bugging. Niggas be thinking they thugging, they said they were doing it wasn't. You know how I'm coming. Youngin' was taking they honeys, and yeah, we was leaving, I'm coming. You know that I run it. I put the clip in the gun, and you know that a nigga gon' drum in the ball like I'm drumming. And fuck all them bitches, they told me they love me, I'm back with my thuggy. I really be packing the mail. You know that I'm back with the cell. We took his narcotic, we got some more product and put that shit back on the scale. You know he a rat, he gon' tell. We sending them stretched in the mail. Sending a pack to the mail, just so I get this shit back to the mail. I want the smoke, I'm tryna grieve, I need some more niggas to bleed, smoking on him, never on me, smoking on him, never on me. For my little baby, you know I'ma bleed, for all of my niggas, you know I'ma bleed. For my little baby, you know I'ma bleed, for all of my niggas, you know I'ma bleed. I want the smoke, I'm tryna grieve, I need some more niggas to bleed, smoking on him, never on me, smoking on him, never on me. For my little baby, you know I'ma bleed, for all of my niggas, you know I'ma bleed. For my little baby, you know I'ma bleed, for all of my niggas, you know I'ma bleed.
We gonna start off with support versus Dickie. Oh my God, this is one topic that kills me. This is a major topic in Philadelphia right now. Like something that's really, really pressing on my soul. Y'all not supporting y'all friends. Y'all supporting.
Hold up, who are you though? Who are you? Introduce yourself.
Oh my goodness! See, I already got started.
You was getting your bag.
I already got in my bag. I am so sorry.
You are.
Oh man, you are here with Don Shifts and my man
Jay Marley. You already know.
Q,
You know. Damn, we gonna get back onto the topic. Support versus Dickie.
So when we talking about support versus Dickie, and you mentioned, you know, being from Philly, people, you know, make this a thing. You know, you might be supporting your friend, and you might be taking the action that somebody else might feel like that's Dickie. You know what I mean? So it's vice versa. So, you know, when we talking about support versus Dickie, and for example, when we starting this podcast, you know, that's why we strive to make it better every week for y'all, and we ask y'all to just, you know, subscribe, throw us a review so we can see in what areas we need to get better at. And yeah, so we asking, that's a great example of support there.
of course. Definitely. I mean, I feel like it's a thin line though, because like you said, motherfuckers won't support their friends. But they're you know what I'm saying, they're Dickie, these celebrities, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
they'll put Drake up. They'll put the Future post up.
You know what I'm saying?
They'll put the
Gunna and all of them, but you know what I'm saying, your man dropped some shit that's actual fire, and you reluctant to fucking show him some love, show him some support.
They'll put all they post up.
For real.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like, you know,
But you
just like you see your homie doing something, it may not be popular to support that person. You whether you grew up with him, you know him from however you know him, but once you see other people start to gravitate toward whatever they're doing, then it's like you hopping on and riding the wave. And you know, I've seen that a lot, and that plays a part in this conversation.
It'd be a lot of y'all posting people's like celebrity pictures and like they babies and like they businesses and they just dropped this new stuff, but you'll sit there and talk to your best friend, your dog, somebody that you really been down with. You'll talk to somebody like that and you say that what they got is hot, and you see it, and you see them doing something, and you just don't support it.
Don't show no love. That shit
You don't show no love. You don't share they post on Instagram. You don't think it's good enough?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's good?
Let Jada drop some fucking clothing line that she coming out with. Bitches like, oh my God, Jada, you don't know this girl. Your friend about to drop a clothing. Your friend dropped the clothing line. You ain't
right.
doing
She
shit.
dropped the clothing
one
line
time,
last
like,
week.
yeah.
You ain't put that joint on one time.
You Dickie. Like,
Why you
come on,
Dickie? Relax.
Keep that same energy. Same
Really
energy
good.
you get excited about, whoever you don't know or celebrity. It don't matter who the fuck it is. Keep that same energy with your folks.
And we say that to say, support us now before shit really start popping. Then y'all become dick eaters. We don't want no dick eaters. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit.
No, we appreciate all the support though. We ain't got
Same.
we appreciate all the listeners. You taking time to listen to this, it's all love. We just ask y'all again, review us.
I'm saying,
So we define what support is. Like, what do y'all define as dicky?
So, dicking is when you just hopped on the bandwagon because they just got hot.
facts.
See, your friend used to rap, and you ain't paying no mind until he got that record deal, and now you his best friend.
Now it's like, bro,
now
you
you
always
his
believed
best
it.
friend. Yo, bro, always knew you was gonna be great.
Always believed it,
No,
man. Damn.
you didn't know I was gonna be great, bro.
Facts.
You did not. You showed no support because
Facts.
those are the times when they need it the most. When they're coming up, that's when it really matters. Once they up there, it's like, yo, I know I'm gonna get it. You know you're gonna get it. You don't need to think about it because you know you hot.
One thing I say that's dicky is motherfuckers that will go buy some high-end fashion shit, still don't know how to dress, but you just bought this shit because you see other people rocking it, and you don't even know how to rock this shit right. You dicky, bro.
You just got it on.
You got
I see
$1,700 sneaks and you corny, bro. You shameless, bro. You dicky.
Yo,
Take that
bro.
shit off, man. Like you bugging out.
I don't respect that. That's dicky.
Bro, but they get the belts and they wear the belts and they be broke and shit. That joint be ass.
My
But the
nigga-
belt be there. As long as the
Belt
belt
$800,
there.
you know what I'm saying?
As long as the Louis Vuitton's out,
Man,
I'm about.
nigga bought a 2X small fucking shirt just so the belt could show constant. Like, come on, bro.
And like,
You look ridiculous.
right, and I think like for me, sometimes it's like dickying is like not being able to think for yourself. Like if somebody says something, you don't necessarily agree with, but it's the type of person or the status of the person.
Yeah.
But you can't think for yourself. They telling you something because they think it's popular. They want you to buy it. Obviously, it all goes into marketing,
Yeah.
but it's like, can you think for yourself? Like, or do you like this shit because you like it, or you like it because they say it?
Everybody else like it.
Yeah, think for yourself.
Y'all pushing P.
Yo, if another nigga from Philly
Yo,
tell me
y'all
I'm
pushing
not
P?
keeping it P, nigga, I'ma slap the shit out you, bro. Don't tell me I'm not
That's
keeping that
cool,
P, bro.
because they told you it's cool.
Yo,
So you dicky.
I ain't never
You
heard a nigga from
dicky
Philly
then.
say anything
Cut
about
that
P.
out,
man.
y'all. What is going on? What y'all pushing P for? Y'all need to cut that out, man.
Y'all niggas dicky and y'all pushing
Y'all,
penis.
that ain't
Stop
support,
dicky.
y'all. That ain't support.
Yo,
Y'all
dicky.
need to chill. Y'all ain't from there, man. I don't want to hear none of y'all Philly niggas saying y'all pushing P. Y'all relax. I promise you. Just chill. That's not our slang.
Cut that
Stay
shit out.
out of it.
No, facts though. I feel where y'all coming from, but touching on that and now going into we talking about love and lust, and talking about love and lust, just thinking about I saw a video the other day, and in the video it was talking about basically how men's biological nature is polygamy and how basically the institution of marriage and like social pressure causes us to fall into that category,
Right.
So I was having a discussion with my lady about this, and she raised a good point. She was just like, at the end of the day, it's all about a decision you make. You know what I mean? Because while the science is true, yes, we biologically, we supposed to be, well, not supposed to be, but by nature, we out here savages.
We like what we see.
We like what we see. We try to dive into everything, right?
Yeah,
that's biological nature. But it's like when a relationship comes around, it's like, all right, you make a decision to go into a relationship. So then part of the decision is being monogamous, right? So it's like when she said that made me think a little bit differently about it, because it's like, yeah, it is a decision. You can not choose not to be in a relationship and do that. That's cool.
Right,
It's all based on what you feel like you want to do. But I don't know. That's how I felt about it. But let's see what y'all niggas think.
I mean, me personally, I feel like don't get into a relationship with somebody, and, you know, y'all settle down, and then you step out because you see something else that you want. Find somebody that got all the qualities, which is why I tell all my niggas, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Talk to this person. I'm saying at least like just get to know this person for who they are. Like meet their family. A lot of niggas don't even be like interested in meeting, you know what I'm saying, their lady family. Like, bro, meet their family. You know what I'm saying? Like do whatever you need to do to get your research and to know like this is the person that you want to be with. She got the qualities and everything you need. So you're not having to go outside your relationship to find pleasure or whatever you need. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel that for sure. I feel like it's more. I feel like it's about your maturity level and like the confidence that you have into making the decision to stay with one person. Like you're like, how much restraint do you have?
Right.
Do you really gotta? Do I really gotta go out here and be with this girl? Do I have to? No, you don't.
Right.
You don't gotta do nothing. You don't gotta do nothing. You can stop and reevaluate yourself and come back to a point and say, all right, no, this person is here for me through thick and thin. So why would I go out and do some shit like that?
Right.
Like why would I go give my positive energies to someone else? And that's kind of how I view it. But at the end of the day, like you said, like men, we like what we see, but you gotta choose. You gotta choose. Just because your mind tells you to do it, like it's like, yo, this right, this makes sense. Like she not giving me nothing right now, or she not giving me this, or I'm in a position in my life where I don't feel like she giving me what I need. You can't make the decision. You gotta choose the opposite. You gotta choose the opposite because it's gonna fall back on you in a horrible way. Because the woman is gonna be like, yo, I kept all my energies for you, so why'd you go and give them out to other people? Right.
Right. And facts though, and doubling down on what you're saying is almost like sometimes you don't even learn that in that relationship. Like you might, like in my experience, like I learned through experience. So in my last experience, it was like I didn't learn that lesson or understand it until I got in another relationship. It took that relationship ending, and then sitting with myself and being like, damn, like thinking about everything that happened, and then trying to apply that in the new relationship. So like you might not even learn anything, or you might not learn the things you need to learn in that relationship at that moment.
Yeah, I feel like if you you know you come out of a bad situation, whether it be bad or good, y'all probably end on good terms, end on bad terms. Never take toxic energy into a new situation. Like always use your last situation as a blueprint. So, like you say, you're not making the same mistakes, man. You just trying to make a better, better foundation with your lady.
Yeah, in all relationships, bro. Not even with your lady, because for me,
in all relationships,
in all
you
relationships,
gotta recognize that relationships aren't just the partner that you're with. There's acquaintances, it's the people at work, it's everybody you see on an everyday basis, how you communicate in general. Like it's gonna help that thrive.
Straight up. Yeah, so
that mainly go into like the next topic we got to talk about, and that's like confidence and decision making, and how do we practice better decision making in our everyday lives. So, Dre, what you think?
So to put into practice, the confidence, to build the confidence to make decisions, I feel like for me, it's doing things like this, right? It's about doing things, having conversations, putting content out, whatever, to build that confidence in yourself, to grow that larger audience. Like for me, I see myself really communicating with people on a large scale, and I feel like for a long time I was like holding myself back from building myself up to get to that point. And like part of starting the podcast was building that self-confidence. I know I have a lot to share and I have a lot to offer. I know what type of person I am, so I felt like part of the podcast on top of that is also self-development, is also about, you know, trying to bring my niggas or whoever I feel like is making an impact, bringing them on, having them talk about what effect they having in the world, and you know that's coming down the pipelines. Like this is only episode 2, so we definitely are going to be bringing in guests to talk about the different things that's going on. So like for me, starting the podcast, doing it with y'all is part of, you know, the decision making to build confidence.
Oh, that's fast. Shit, I mean, even I can answer that. Even my career path, being a mechanic, I didn't think I had the confidence to even look at a car and dissect that shit, figure out what's wrong with it. And over time, I just got better and better.
Yeah, I got a rap on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got something from the islands and I hot off the press.
That's right.
All right, man.
Hot off the press, you heard him. Yes, sir.
I drink to that.
Yeah, man, I'm glad y'all keep yourself
Well, that's
together.
fine. And I still got, you know what I'm saying, a lot more, you know what I'm saying, shit to learn and get under my belt. But like I said, it took confidence. Like starting out as a motherfucker that was just doing oil changes, went from being a nigga that was doing oil changes, was doing more, you know, intricate shit on cars. It take time, man.
He said I started from the oil.
I had to drop my own. I had to drop my own engine.
He said I started from
Real rap,
the
like,
oil.
you
Talking about.
You gotta take time, but
The mechanic trenches is different.
it's
dog.
definitely different.
I believe you, man.
Hey ladies, if you need an oil change, holla at me.
Yeah.
you need your brakes done, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying?
What you think, bro? Don, what you think? What you got on this?
Man, so that's crazy because we all got our own little like touch on the story on like confidence and decision making, and like I've been pressing back starting a business for a while, and I finally got the gusto to do it and stop and put aside the naysayers and just started doing something I wanted to do. Got a rolling paper company coming out soon. I will be promoting it on
Talk
here.
heavy.
Talk about it, bro.
I'm not gonna say the name yet, but we gonna come out there soon for sure.
Heavy talking.
And that was a big role in my life.
No pun
definitely
intended.
Starting a business, and it was a huge step because like my confidence, like I didn't grow up with like a father, and usually the father teaches you that confidence that a man's supposed to have. So
Right.
I struggled with that growing up, with my confidence in general and what should I do, and standing alone on my own too. And I'm doing it right now. So and it's with this podcast with y'all, like this is the next step. So confidence and decision making, like what you do, what you choose to do, the decisions you choose to make. It's not what other people tell you to make. It's what you choose to do. It's not what other people said to do, or what you've seen on TV, or what you've seen on social media, or what you've seen in that quote that they told you. It's not that. It's what you choose to do. Y'all feel me?
100%, big dog.
Yeah, real shit. So we just want to do a reaction to the game because we was sitting here.
Oh, yeah.
And the Rams and the Bucks game was on, and that shit went down to the wire.
Listen,
and Tom
man.
Brady got sent to the
Yeah,
crib.
he
So-
home. He about to sit there with his feet up.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Yeah,
so we
facts.
want to do a live reaction to this, John. Like, what y'all thinking? I mean, we was, you know, had our eyes on the TV while we was, you know, talking to ourselves and talking to y'all. So what y'all think about, you know?
I already knew. I knew the Rams was gonna win. Even though coming down to that
Felt
type,
it in my
I
soul.
already knew I knew they was gonna win. And like you gave them, don't get me wrong, I was upset seeing how they got 4 turns. Got turned the ball over 4 times. You can't get Tom Brady that many times to catch up.
He fumbling.
Kept fumbling. You give Tom Brady 4 times to catch up, which he did, and he was about to put y'all in a rut pack. And luckily, Cooper Kupp was like, no, you know what I'm saying?
No.
We not having it. And Matthew Stafford, he was airing that shit out and put them guys in field goal position. And there you go, Tom Brady on his way out, man. I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm happy to see the Bucks. We just lost some niggas. I'm happy to see the Bucks.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? Get sent back to the crib.
Yeah, y'all need to have a sit down.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch the rest of this.
Like, I'm happy.
The offs on your couch. Take a day off.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I'm not really football bull. I ain't into the bets and all that shit too heavy. But, I mean, I saw an article when it was saying Tom was contemplating coming back next year. And that's when I was like, I was just bidding. I was just in here talking like, oh yeah, he trying to go to the crib. He don't like Tom tired. Tom 40. How old is he? 40?
44.
He like, yo, I'm older.
Yeah.
He got 7 of them.
Tom tired of carrying.
Tom older than some of the coaches that was, you know what I'm saying, that was even in the draw.
That's crazy.
Coaching them
in the playoffs. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And the way the game ended, I mean, shout out to Stafford. He made some great plays down the stretch.
Yo, shout out to Cup for smoking, bro. The double move, boom, catching, and he smoked. Oh my god, he smoked ball on that go route. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cup, man. But yeah, that was a good game.
So they going to play who again now?
Whoever win in this Kansas City Bills.
No, NFC.
NFC, yeah. What is it, NFC?
So the Bucks. I mean, my bad. The Rams are going to play the Niners.
Right.
And right now we got the Chiefs and the Bills playing, and they're going to play.
And then whoever win in that game, that's who. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then after that, we see what happened, man. But I ain't gonna hold you. I think the Bengals going.
The Bengals?
Yeah, bro.
The Bengals going.
The Bengals going crazy. Joe Burrow, he look like he not letting up.
I mean, it's yet to be seen, and Mahomes is that guy.
Let's see what Mahomes do. Let's see if they send him Mahomes.
So
I don't know.
So he packing under the pressure sometimes.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah. I mean, that's yet to be seen. So we might talk about this in a future episode. We get to the AFC NFC Championship.
Facts.
We might dive into this again. So going on to our last topic, which is a big one for me, growing up differently in the hood. Right, so we're talking about growing up differently in the hood. Growing up there, it's a lot of different influences, a lot of different decisions you can make. Being a kid and seeing things that's going on, and like for me, a lot of those decisions I didn't have to make. I was able to see those things and decide differently. So a lot of people don't really get that opportunity. Like you get put out in the street, and you in the street, like you just out here.
The environment,
you in survival mode now. You know what I'm saying?
Survival mode. Your peoples ain't around like that. You in the street, like you on the stoop. Right. So I mean, I had the opportunity to learn from what other people did or didn't do, and to not make the same decisions. And because of that, I was labeled a weirdo because I wasn't doing what people was doing.
Other niggas deemed cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you not outside. You not staying out past 10 o'clock. Oh, you corny, nigga. I'm not getting shot at.
Oh, you gotta be in the house before 12. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And it wasn't even necessarily curfew too much with me. It was just like I wasn't acting or doing things that other niggas that was considered cool. It wasn't even necessarily curfew. It was just like, nigga, I don't move how y'all move.
You being yourself.
I had the chance to see whether it was my brother or whoever I know that was old heads that was like, yo, dog, you don't actually, no, this not for you. Like, so I got told that early. Yeah. And because of that, because I had that wisdom, somebody to tell me that, it was like, oh, you're a weirdo. Like, no, nigga, I actually have people who care about me, who love me, don't want that for me. Like,
what you mean?
Right. And I always talk about, how, I mean, in Allen, we grew up, we had old heads. Like we had my brother, we had my brother's friends, we had Jorge. You know what I mean? All my close homies, we all grew up, we all had our fathers.
Even having OG on the block. Having OG around on the block was different because OG would cop off the fucking K-bus and come tell you a crazy ass story about how he had to fuck 4 young bulls up on the SEPTA bus. And we'd be listening to the story, OG be like, yeah, man, these niggas is out of pocket. He's like, but I fuck with y'all because y'all not out here trying to be something y'all not or y'all don't gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Like, OG used to tell us some crazy ass stories.
Right.
Like,
we was considered weird because we stayed on the block. Sure. And we'll venture out sometimes, but oftentimes it was like, we don't need to even be doing that. We chilling here today. And because of that was considered weird. But staying out the way was considered weird. But a lot of goofy shit that be going on now is considered weird. That's actually, like, it shouldn't even be that way. But, all that to say that, shit, I'm cool with how things are now, like, as compared to where I am or where other people may be, I don't know. But that was my experience.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I'm from Brickyard and environments and everything. So when I first was growing up, like, it was more so a community. Like, somebody, your friend mom 3 blocks down knew your mom, And if you was out past a certain time or they seen you doing something you wasn't supposed to do, they was calling your mom. Or they was gonna put their hands on you if it was really bad.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
And then tell your mom they did it, and your mom wouldn't be mad because it takes a community.
Build you up for real.
Real shit.
Because I ain't gonna hold you, like, even speaking from that point of view, I grew up part of my life in the islands. I done got hands put on me by people that respected my grandma. Like, he was out here doing something I know you would whoop his ass about. Piece me up real quick. Sent me right to the crib. My grandma would be like, appreciate it, thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, where you actually have people that care about you, that, you know, respect your family, they know you a decent young boy. That shit go hand in hand, man.
That shit go a long way, bro.
It do go
For
a
sure.
long way.
Yeah, like,
Definitely, going to a boarding school, that gave me values that I took every time I went home on the weekend. So I would, and being smart was weird back then. If you was smart, you was doing different stuff. Like people would clown you in the hood.
that's a fact.
You get clowned in the hood for being smart. And that wasn't cool. And I personally feel like that, but that at the same time it molded us. Like it molded us to make it, make it this far, because a lot of niggas that I've seen growing up, literally, like a lot of my friends, they want to sell drugs. They want to selling drugs. They want to hitting licks. They want to doing all types of other shit, and then end up booked. And then the smart kid you said was lame and quiet and not doing what we doing, he chilling.
Right. That's real though. That shit. What you just said just made me think about my high school, right? And I mean, even before high school, in middle school, I went to a private school, so I had to wear a white shirt tucked in the pants, a tie. And in high school, I went to a charter school, so that was the same thing, So in going to that type of school where you had to dress differently for what everybody else was wearing, people would try to single you out. Now, before I got to my high school, I heard stories of people like really getting picked on, starting fights. Like basically, like nigga, you weird, nigga, you got that nut ass tie on. You know how niggas be like and then you on the subway too,
right?
And anybody who from Philly who's been on the subway, you know what I'm talking about, right? So niggas would try to start shit based off of what you was wearing and off of something that's out of your control. You feel me? So you gotta do something to defend yourself. You can't let niggas talk to you that way. You gotta do something. You know what I mean? Or every time they see you, they gonna bitch you. They gonna fuck with you.
Yup, that was real rap, bro. That was a crazy time, yo.
I remember that shit.
Those was crazy times.
Bro, I went to Fells, which is it was right around the corner from where we at now. I went to Fells, and anybody that's listened to this podcast will tell you that who went to Fells, you went to the first Fells, somebody was even getting fucked up. It's like early in the morning, somebody was getting stomped the fuck out. I remember freshman Friday, bro. And it was I only slipped through the cracks because growing up around Alney was like all the other niggas that, we already knew them. So slipped through the cracks and then get my ass kicked. But I seen this 11th grade nigga get beat the fuck up, put in the hospital.
Freshman Friday.
Cracked this nigga, bro. Fucked him up so bad. He had to go to the hospital. He came back, and I think something happened where one of his like his folks shot one of the young boys. That, you know what I'm saying? Like behind that shit, bro. You put somebody folks in the hospital, you never know what type of retaliation gonna come behind it. But you know what I'm saying? Just going to that school, niggas used to get fucked up on the charter bus. On the charter bus every day, like it was bad. Like you really had to be like, I was on a swivel, dog. Like, cause you never know. Cause you know, one day you might think you too cool, and niggas like, man, this nigga think he too cool. I'm about to press him.
Right. For no reason.
For no reason. Like I said, like I never, you know what I'm saying, went through that. Like I stayed to myself, and you know what I'm saying, I made it through. I saw the light.
I saw the light.
I saw the light. Now that I'm thinking about it on the flip side, as far as like with the uniforms and shit, and the ties and shit, like now as an adult, I'm looking back on like that helped. I never liked wearing that shit. I don't want to have my shirt tucked in and wearing ties and all. But looking back on it, actually helped me kind of visualize how to dress now. Like it's important to have.
Especially you want to be nice and neat.
You want to be nice
That's
and
the
neat.
fashion. That's what they try to promote to you when they have you your belt, your shirt tucked in, your tie, your bow tie, everything, your blazer.
Right. It sets the tone for how you dress.
Exactly. It shows you put time into it. It shows you want you want people to see that you put time into it. You feel me? And people appreciate that.
That's definitely facts. Yeah, that got me thinking about we talking about growing up differently in the hood. Like, growing up, I was the church boy. Like, you feel me? My mom was heavy in
grandma used to make me go to church, bro.
Church
made me go to church.
You feel me? And it was like, my thoughts was like, come on, like, even if you're going to church once, your grandma, your mom, whoever you went to church with, try to get you to go, you in the morning, like, why y'all, you in the crib snapping, I'm not trying to go to church. I gotta wear these, like, I don't want to wear you. Why y'all make me do this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yo, that's really how I felt, bro.
And a lot of my friends in the neighborhood, they didn't necessarily go to church as often, like every Sunday. Like, my mom was an evangelist in the church, heavy. My grandma in the choir. You feel me? Like, they had me in the church. You feel me? So, and thinking about growing up differently in the hood, I remember, like, I was wearing church shoes, slacks. I was wearing the whole time.
My friends
clowning
me. Oh my God, come out the cart with the sweater in church.
When we used to pull up in front of the crib, I used to look around and take like, who out here?
Y'all here?
Fuck, I see these niggas down the block. Damn. Fuck.
Running the house and shit like that.
Like, hey, yo, Dre. I be like, no, I'm gonna go change.
I'll be right back.
Don't talk to me yet.
I'm not being Cordated some slacks.
Right. Bro, you know how quick I used to go in the crib and change my clothes on Sunday, bro, come back outside?
Bro, immediately,
bro.
That shit was right in the crib. Hold on, I'm about to take this off.
That was the worst thing in my life at that time, bro. But I mean, it was all part of, like I said earlier, about, setting the tone for what I like and how I dress now.
What I used to hate was like, my dad used to try to go to the grocery store right at the church. Like, come on, dog. Come on, now we in shop. Right?
Every
trying to show
I got the church laying on the shop right and shit, pushing the cart. Come on, dog. Like,
can we go home first?
Can we go home first, dog? Like, take me home first.
Man, shit. Brass, I didn't ask for all of this.
You got me in the pattern.
You got me in the church. Like, come on, now we in shop right. Come on, man.
You got me in the pattern sweater in the shop right.
Brass said, you don't love me.
You don't love me like that.
But seriously, that goes back to like your environment and how you grow up and how it molds you. Because some people don't have some people aren't put in the same situations that you are blessed to be in. Some people, like out here on these streets, or literally got parents or family members that don't really care about them or what they doing and their goals, and they placed in situations where they know nothing but the wrong thing to do because they think that's right. That's all they see. They watching what's around them because they have nobody to teach them. So they absorbing what they see, and it's like, it's sad that's how, I mean, the government set us up. They set the hoods up. We all could have big houses just like
the suburbs, right?
Just like the suburbs. Why not?
Yeah,
they set it up like that.
Everybody living on top of each other. Everybody
mad about
their situation.
Shit encourage conflict.
Like, let's all smush together and get in each other's space.
Yep.
Because that's what happens. You in someone's space too much.
Now you on the block arguing about a parking space. Like, no, nigga.
No, this is my parking spot. Now y'all mixing outside and shit. Like, come on, we're park. Like,
y'all know about growing up in Philly in the wintertime, niggas put chairs out.
Oh my God. I'd be like 3 chairs in one spot. They'd be like,
nigga, you move my dining table from out that parking spot, nigga. It's smoke.
It's on, man.
It's smoke behind this dining room table. Don't move my shit out my parking spot.
We sit on the
bro.
couch for this spot. Stop playing with me.
Nigga done brought the furniture
we eat on the
outside.
couch for this spot.
Bro, I love this city, but that's some nut shit, bro. That's some nut shit.
Yo, like nigga, you got a couch in a fucking parking spot? What's up? Like,
Yo.
never been that deep, bro. It's not that deep.
God damn.
In the block I live on now, the parking is fucking terrible, man. Terrible. We got the SEPTA bus running up my block. I'm like, yeah, bro, this shit's goofy. But
Yeah,
hey, man, it's the city that made us, you know.
that's a fact.
No. God try to love it. God try to make it better. That's all we can do. But I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all. We about running out of time now.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Episode 2, man.
No, but I just want to give a quick shout out to Anchor. This is where we started our podcast. Everything was pretty easy.
Yes, sir.
We chopped everything up pretty easy. The recordings, the audio, the even just posting to different distributors. It worked out pretty well. They teach you everything. So shout out to Anchor.
Yeah. I just wanted to add to that. One more time. Subscribe, leave us a review. You fuck with us,
Something.
leave us a review. If it's something you feel like we can do a little better, put it in the comments so we can see it. We
Please put it
appreciate
in the comments.
any
We
type
need
of
it.
feedback we can get.
Students
so
of the
again,
game.
students of the game. And also for all aspiring podcasters, do that shit.
Right.
If it's just you, or find a few people that you vibe with and just sit in front of a mic, the camera, and talk about shit.
You feel like you need to be heard?
Mhm.
You feel like you got something to say?
Somebody
Go
gonna
ahead and
listen.
say it. Somebody
Facts.
gonna listen.
Create your platform.
And support your friends. You know, you already know. This is On the Sidelines Foolin, and we here with Don Shifts.
Trey Marley,
And Q.
We out of here, boys.
be safe.
That's 37.